Some people spend their entire year planning summer vacations, while others take off for a weekend trip on a whim. Regardless of what type of planner you are, we've put together a list of fantastic getaways near and far to fulfill any and all travel itches. International travelers flock to the United States in the summer, and for good reason. Just about the entire country is awash in great weather, from typically rainy destinations like Seattle to seasonal beach towns in the Northeast. Asbury Park, New Jersey, is one particularly exciting destination this summer as the Asbury, the area's first hotel in 30 years, opens in the shore town. Between the hotel's debut and government investment in the boardwalk after Hurricane Sandy, Asbury Park feels like a completely new destination, though regulars will appreciate that the nostalgic spots remain. Europe is another popular destination over the summer for travelers of all ages. If you're planning a multi-generation family trip, look no further than Tuscany, which has tons of flight options, as well as great villas where the whole family can relax under the same roof. For a city getaway, we love Helsinki, which has been on our radar for some time now, with young creatives making waves in the design and culinary scenes. If you're one of the lucky few with a nice, long summer break, take advantage of the time off with a more far-flung trip, perhaps to Tokyo or Melbourne. Locals from both cities usually flee for places with more pleasant weather. But if you can handle humidity and rain, July is the best month to take advantage of sparse crowds and great deals. Finally, Brazil is the one destination that can't be ignored this summer. With the visa waiver, all Americans immediately save $160 between June and September. It's a great excuse to see the country come alive during the Olympics, but also its awesome natural wonders such as Iguazu Falls. Need more inspiration? Check out our much more intensive list of the best places to go this year, or the cheapest places to travel each month, which should provide more than enough fodder for all your upcoming trips. Newport, Rhode Island. There are plenty of things to do in Newport in the winter, but the Tony City really shines brightest during the summer. After all, the million-dollar mansions that Newport is known for were built to be warm-weather retreats, for those perfect days spent on yachts and lawns. But even if you don't have a mansion home to stay in, there are many ways to soak in the culture at a fraction of the price. The Cliff Walk, where you can peek into well-manicured backyards, remains free, while some of the mansions charge a small admissions fee. And the who's who of Newport will be out in spades at two big festivals this month, the Newport Folk Festival and the Newport Jazz Festival. To truly arrive in style, book a room at Castle Hill Inn, which is offering transportation to the events via Hinckley Yacht. Tuscany, Italy. July is peak season in Tuscany. The weather is hot, but ideal for days spent poolside at a villa or hotel. And luckily, it's an easy getaway for American travelers, even during the popular months. Emirates, which flies from JFK to Milan, offers deals regularly. Alternatively, you can fly to Florence, which has become a shopping destination on its own. Once you get there, stay at the stunning Castello di Casole, a castle on an olive estate that's a perennial T+L reader favorite. Finally, no trip is complete without a visit to the area's famed vineyards, which is best arranged through a local guide. Baden, Germany. This German town is known as a wellness retreat, but there are many other reasons to visit. This month, Baden hosts its annual summer festival at the Festival Hall, which includes everything from opera to piano concertos. Stay at the New Rumors Hotel, which happens to be across the street. The Frankfurt-based, design-forward hotel brand is expanding throughout the country, and Baden's will have a rooftop lounge and pool to soak in the great weather. Wales, UK. The English country is this year's hot new adventure destination, with thrilling activities that range from an underground trampoline park to an extensive zipline course. Wales also draws climbers, hikers, and surfers with its challenging and beautiful terrain. The entire country is filled with action in July, as it plays host to the annual Hvar festival, where artists and performers take over ancient churches. And the capital of Cardiff hosts an international food and drink festival in the middle of the month, where local vendors and farmers come out in droves to share their produce and recipes. Helsinki, Finland. The Finnish city is the latest place to brand itself as a stopover destination, with Finnair launching layover packages for trips of up to 5 nights. Though the weather is great in July, prices are low because much of the city is on vacation. Don't let that stop you from a long summer layover. Just be sure to check to make sure the businesses you want to visit are open before you go. Helsinki has a great design scene. It's got bigger names like Marimekko and Alvar Aalto. There's a museum dedicated to the starchitect, as well as shops from younger, up-and-coming designers. The Nordic food revolution has expanded to Helsinki as well, with exciting new restaurants that combine the traditional and the innovative. Tokyo, Japan. There's really not a bad time to visit Tokyo, but July is considered low season for tourists as the weather heats up and many locals escape to cooler weather. If the humidity doesn't deter you, you'll be able to take advantage of lighter crowds, a major bonus in this perpetually packed city, and have your pick of reservation times among the top restaurants. The coolest new thing to do in the city is to bar hop your way through a second generation of speakeasies and cocktail bars. And with fewer crowds, you'll actually be able to chat up the bartenders. Many are pioneers in the modernist cocktail scene and have worked at some of the best bars around the world. Seattle, Washington. Seattle may no longer have a gum wall, but it still has plenty of summer attractions: Pike's Place, the Space Needle, the Chihuly Garden and Glass. It also has an incredible coffee shop scene. This is, after all, the birthplace of Starbucks, and great new restaurants. In the Capitol Hill neighborhood, the hot spots of the moment include Lion Head, serving Sichuan food, and Swa, featuring recipes from Thailand's Isan region. And the Thompson Seattle has opened a sleek new 158-room hotel in the city, just 1 block from Pike's Place. It has ambitious culinary plans as well, including a restaurant named Scout, run by chef Josh Henderson, with a 10-seat chef's table. Stop by the rooftop bar, Nest, for badged cocktails and stunning views over Puget Sound. Hvar, Croatia. There seems to be a new hot Croatian island every few months, and right now, the buzz is in Hvar, which is highly influenced by Roman and Greek cultures. There are gorgeous fortresses and ancient theaters to see, beautiful beaches to relax on, and family-run wineries to visit. In the summer, you'll see European heirs and heiresses arriving on their well-appointed yachts and partying in the trendy bars around town, and you'd be hard-pressed not to feel glamorous by association. Melbourne, Australia. July is in the middle of Australia's winter, so the temperatures do get chillier, but it's also a great time to visit a city that's already incredibly budget-friendly, for how to spend a weekend in Melbourne for $25 a day. Chefs from around the world have been heading to the city to try the inventive and award-winning restaurants, and Melbourne is also full of one-of-a-kind galleries and shops. Stay at the Langham, a stylish property where the pool has an incredible view of the skyline. Cape Town, South Africa. You'll get fantastic value for your money in Cape Town. Right now the currency is weak, July is low season, and there are tons of ways to enjoy the city on a budget. The temperatures drop during winter in South Africa, but that just means you'll need a light jacket for dinner. The crowds are sparse in July, and you'll feel like you have the entire city to yourself. Take your time dining at all the best new restaurants, visiting the markets, and touring the avant-garde galleries. Iguazu Falls, Brazil/Argentina. There is one simple reason why this summer is the best year to go to Brazil. From June to September, Americans don't need a visa to enter, nor do they need to pay the typical $160 fee. Most travelers will head straight to Rio, perhaps to catch an Olympic game, or São Paulo to take in the buzzy urban scene, but don't overlook the incredible Iguazu Falls, which straddle the border between Brazil and Argentina. Regardless of which side you visit from, everyone agrees that the staggering waterfalls are a must-see. It's been reported that when First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt visited, her response was, "Poor Niagara."